Imagine you and your sister had a younger sister who that you had to take care of, and because of a moment of childishness, which I mean, your child, causes the death of your smaller sister, and both you and your sister that's still living blame yourselves for not paying attention to your little one for a brief moment, and that brief moment was all it took. You have to live with that. But unfortunately, bad things don't just happen and that's it. Because due to the death of your younger sister, now your mother is in turmoil, and eventually she breaks and falls apart and loses her mind. You blame yourself for this too, because without the death of your little sister, your mother would not have fallen into such deep depression, into such deep turmoil. But it's never enough. It's never enough. Your dad, after many years of trying to deal with your mother, gives up and finds somebody else, places your mother in a hospital, away from you, and you despise him for it. How dare he? How dare he leave your mother in such condition? But really, you despise yourself even more because you feel like you caused it. Your one mistake did this. A snowball effect. Bigger and bigger and bigger in consequence. It's not enough. You try to look carefree. Just think about it this way. Right? How many people do you see that are smiling, making jokes, always being entertaining? But behind the scenes, you do not know what's going on. You do not know what's happening with their lives. Right? If you think about how many people that commit suicide, you're like, but why? How? What? When? Why? How could they? This is the type of things that could be happening behind the scenes that they don't talk about. None of Minu's friends knew this types of things happened to him. None of Yuna's knew that this is the life that her and her brother are living. This is the guilt that they feel every day. Because they're smiling, they're laughing, they're having fun. They look like everything is good to them. And that's what you see. And that's what most people see. And create judgments and conclusions and assessments without fully understanding a situation. I've been guilty of it. I think most of us have. Now, things get worse for him, of course. Well, but before they get worse, they must get good. He finally gets the girl of his dream. He's finally happy. He's lovey-dovey. He feels on top of the world. It helps him forget his troubles. And then his mother passes. And he's back right down into the deep end. But he's staying strong. He has his friends there. His sister there. Fuck his father still. That dude only cares about his business and his new wife anyway. Right? So he's moving. Then he sees his best friend, one of his closest friends, about to become roadkill. So he jumps in the way. Because maybe saving somebody will make the guilt go away. And he tries. And he ends up hospitalized and hurt. And he realizes that his life is just chaos after chaos. He doesn't want his girl, the girl of his dreams, to suffer mercilessly at his side. The way he and his sister suffered at their mother's side mercilessly. He doesn't want that for her. So he shoves her away. He forces her away. He tells her, I don't want to be with you. I don't want to see you. I hate you. I don't even like you. Leave now. He paints himself a villain, a target, an enemy, because he knows how it is. He knows the feeling. He knows better than anybody else that it only gets worse. It only ever gets worse. And he does not want that to happen to somebody that he loves. It's better to hurt her now so that she can find somebody else and move on and move forward and continue living. Because that's better than staying with him. But it's interesting, because isn't that what his dad did? Isn't that what his own dad did? But he hates him. Because his dad is always at work. He doesn't even care about his kids and the fact that these kids are going through trauma of blaming themselves for killing their sister, or blaming themselves for killing their mother. But as long as daddy's happy, right? I think that's the key difference. Minu doesn't have kids. His dad did. And his dad wasn't there for them during their pain. That's what hurt him. That's what hurt him the most. And so, here we are. The boy who saved another wants to end it. He's finding it harder and harder and harder to be happy for others. Because his own dreams are now crushed and crumbled and burnt to the dust. How can he be the best boyfriend in the world if he's stuck in this position? Unable to move, unable to walk. How could he place the woman that he cares about the most in a position where she has to take care of a disabled body every day? As he loses his mind and he loses his sense of self and he doesn't know who or what he's becoming. It's hard. It's hard. I can't take it anymore. So he picks up anything that he can. A knife. It's sharp. It'll do. Slits his wrist, hoping that he bleeds out and dies deservingly. I don't deserve to live for my actions. I don't deserve to be alive after what I did. She doesn't. My sister and my girlfriend do not deserve a body like this, somebody like this that they have to forcefully take care of every day. Help feed, help make smile, help make feel okay, while their own lives they're ignoring. He doesn't want that for them. He doesn't want that cruel fate for them. It'll be easier, it'll be better even for me to go, he thinks. And so he tries. He tries. But thankfully, his girlfriend is there with flowers to see him, because she still cares. She knows that there's a bright, burning, powerful star within this boy. If only he can reach in and grasp it and hold on to it and never let it go, because dark times will always show up. But I know, even though his life has been dark all the time, she was the brightness to him, and he doesn't want to remove her light. But see, he didn't realize that to her, to Jay, to others, he also was a bright light. And getting rid of himself might get rid of the people he cares about's light too. Yuna steps in, calls for help immediately. With Mia, they call for help and they save him. They just about save him. Yuna tells him, "Why would you do this to me? I already lost our sister. We both did. I already lost my mother. We both did. And now you want me to lose you too? How could you? Please don't do this to me. I need you. Because it doesn't matter what you're going through or how you feel. Somebody needs you. Somebody wants you. Somebody loves you. I've thought about doing it too. I've thought about jumping out the window. I've thought about running in front of traffic. I've thought about slitting myself. I've thought about it too. And it's hard for others to comprehend and understand why you would do it, but sometimes things just become too much. Sometimes you feel like everybody else will be better off if you're not there. That's what Minu felt. And I understand it. So when Jay sees this, he reaches a breaking point too. Because he realizes that in his guilt of that should have been me that got hit by that car instead of him, he was afraid to go see him, to see the pain in Minu's eyes, but he didn't help Minu and he didn't help him either. So when he saw that Minu was about to take his life, he said, "It's my fault. Because I wasn't there. I should have been there. It should have been me that got hit by that car." And he approaches his mother with rage and fury like you've never seen before from this boy. And his mother, as usual, heartless and cold and brazen, she says, "You should focus on your own business." And he shouts and he begins to lose it. He says, "It should have been me. Mom, it should have been me there. The reason why that boy almost killed himself is because he saved me. I should be the one there. So don't tell me to mind my own business when that is every bit my business." Breaking point. Minu reached a breaking point. He took and handled so much and still smiled and tried to bring smiles upon others. At some point, he needed somebody to bring a smile to him. And Jay failed his friend. And Jay realized it. Can you blame Jay? You couldn't stand seeing somebody with so much joy and so much pride and so much energy slumped over, depressed, broken. Breaking point. Don't forget that Jay also got kicked out of his own house by his own mother for chasing his goals and ambitions and dreams. Because some parents don't care about you and your feelings. But can you blame them? They've probably seen others chase those dreams and end up broke and alone and hurt and damaged. Breaking point. Thank you for watching. It's been your boy Supreme Uchiha the God. I'm out.
I got friends now. You ain't know, but I got friends now. I'm balling out with my friends now. You ain't know what I got friends now.